Welcome to Yoga with Anne. Today I'm going to lead you through a yoga practice for autumn. So we're going to be moving out of the heat of summer into those crisp mornings and cooler evenings of autumn. This practice is going to bring a little bit of warmth to the body. We're going to bring strength, focus. We're going to have grounding postures. And most importantly, there will be the quintessential pose for autumn, tree pose. Use your exhalations for letting go and come and join me on the mat now for this practice for autumn. So we're going to begin with some breath work. And we begin seated on our mats, grounding down through our sit bones, sitting tall and with our hands resting on our lap. I want you to lengthen through your spine, right to the crown of your head, and then relax your shoulders down towards the earth as you breathe out. Gently draw your fingertips to touch. And take a soft eye gaze or even close down your eyes here. We're going to take a breath in together, a long breath in, and I want you to spread the hands wide. And on a slow breath out, slowly draw the fingertips to touch. Breathing in. Slow and smooth, opening the hands wide. Breathing out. Just as slow, drawing the fingertips together. And taking 3 or 4 more rounds of breath. Slow and smooth. So in bringing this movement into the hands to coordinate with our slow breath, we're concentrating the mind in the present. So we're not thinking about what we're going to do next, or thinking about what has happened, but we're right here now, moving and breathing. And once you have finished your 3 or 4 rounds, you can gently rest the hands, relax them on your lap. Bring the eyes to open if you had your eyes closed down, and we're going to begin moving the body in a moment. We're going to do our warm-up seated flow. So change the way that you're seated if you would like to. Sit tall, and then with me, when you're ready, let's breathe in and reach on for the sky. And as you breathe out, we're going to lean over to your right. So feeling into the left side of your body. Staying into this side body stretch, perhaps looking to the sky. On your next breath in, reaching tall, and then over to your left. Keep both sit bones grounded as you lengthen through the side body. Keeping your breath flowing smooth and slow. And then we come back through center. A gentle twist now. So twisting to your right, engage your core, drawing the navel towards the spine. As you breathe in, sit tall. And as you breathe out, twist a little further to your right. Breathing in, reaching on high, and breathing out, twisting to your left. Core is engaged. Breath flowing slow and smooth. And then together we're going to reach on high, both arms to the sky. This time, float the fingers to rest on your lap and start to lean forward. So keeping long through the low back, draw the heart center forward for a gentle forward fold. And then ease your way back through center. Place your hands down behind you and now look to the sky for our heart opener. Breathe. Coming back through center. All right. So we're going to flow together now with our breath, breathing in to your right, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in and twisting to your right as we breathe out. Breathing in to your left, breathe out. Breathe in, reach tall. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathing in, come back upright, hands touch down, open on out, and back through center. One more time for this flow. Move with your breath to your right, reaching tall and over to your left. And now twisting to your right. Breath out, twist to your left. Reach for the sky. Hands rest on your knees. Heart center forward. Heart opener. Open up through the chest. And through center. All right, so we've brought some movement to the upper body. Let's bring movement into the spine with cat and cow. Make your way onto your hands and knees. Place your hands beneath your shoulders and your knees hip width. We'll move with our breath, so breathing in, cow pose. And breathing out into cat. Moving with your breath. Drawing the heart center forward. And breathing out, drawing the navel to the spine. So this is all part of our warm-up. Breathing in, feeling movement throughout the spine. Moving with your breath. You can take 1 or 2 more rounds of breath, moving through these shapes. And then neutral tabletop. We're going to come into our first key posture, which is downward facing dog. So when you spread your fingers wide, press into the ends of the fingers, tuck the toes under, and then slowly send your hips high. So this is our key autumn posture as we feel that connection to the earth through the hands and through the feet. And we're going to be here for about 5 rounds of breath. You can start by bringing movement into the legs, bending one knee at a time. Try to allow your head to hang in between the arms. Our grounding posture. So we're feeling that connection to the earth while we're bringing a stretch to much of the body and also perhaps a little heat, as this is still part of our warm-up sequence. One more round of breath. And then we're going to come to forward fold by softening the knees, walking the feet forward until the feet are in between the hands, feet are hip width. Allow your upper body to hang here. Ribs melt down towards your thighs. Breath flowing. Let go of tension in your head and neck. Gentle nod of your head. And then we'll slowly make our way to standing. So keep your knees soft and slowly roll them up. Stacking one vertebrae of the spine at a time until you find your way to standing at the top of your mat. Mountain pose. You can bring the feet close together, or you can stay feet hip width. Ground down through your feet, so feel the connection with the earth. And then standing tall, lengthening through your spine, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears towards the earth. Breathing in, extended mountain pose. Gently bring your palms to touch. And then exhale, hands to rest of your heart. And once again, breathing in, circle the arms. This time look towards your hands where the palms touch. And then melt the hands down, resting at your heart. Release your hands down by your sides now. And step your right foot back. Come into a warrior stance. We're going to make our way into warrior one. So the front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. There's an option to rest your hands at your heart or reach for the sky. So once again, feel that connection to the earth. Heart is lifted, back leg is straight and strong. Maybe sinking a little deeper into this stance. And then we're going to find our way into a warrior two from here. And this is our second key posture for autumn. We're going to find stillness. We're going to find strength, and we're going to focus. So take your eye gaze down your front arm, right down to those fingertips or beyond. See if you can find a stillness, a focus with your eye gaze and with your breath, and a strength in this posture. We're finding strength in the lower body. Keep your breath flowing. And then we're going to take this to a sun warrior. So flip your front palm and now take it to the sky for sun warrior. Finding a lengthening down the side of the body, Reach down the back leg with the armlets at the back, keeping the front knee bent, the knees stacked above the ankle. Maybe look towards your top hand. And then back through to warrior two, back through to this key posture. Stillness, focus, and calm. Releasing your arms down by your sides, step the back foot to the top of the mat and pedal through the legs. Reset now, standing at the top of your mat in mountain pose. And then stepping the other foot back now, we'll find our warrior one on the other side. As you inhale, reach through the fingertips. And as you exhale, sink into this posture. Keeping your heart lifted, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Keep your breath flowing. One more round of breath. And then open on out to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. This key posture for autumn. Finding your strength, your focus, and your stability. Growing stronger, especially in the lower body. Check that the front knee isn't leaning in, so keep the front knee roughly going in the same direction as those middle toes. Breath is flowing, maybe generating a little heat in the body. And then sun warrior. So turning the front palm to the sky, reach on up, sink on down. As we grow stronger, breath is flowing. As you breathe out, letting go of what no longer serves you. And as you breathe in, let's transition back through to our warrior two. Breath out. Sinking a little deeper. One more round of breath before releasing the arms down by your sides. You can heel toe the feet in, or you can do one big step to the top of your mat, pedaling the legs. And if you'd like to, we can sway it out, so stepping the feet a little wider than hip width. Allowing the arms to hang freely as you let go. And then coming back to the top of your mat, we're going to flow through these shapes again with our breath. So starting in mountain pose, let's step our right foot back. Come into warrior one, breathing in. Warrior two, breathing out. Sun warrior, breathing in. Back through to warrior two, breathing out. Releasing the arms, stepping to the top of your mat. And then left foot steps back. Breathing in, warrior one. Breathing out, flow to warrior two. Breathing in, reach for the sky, sun warrior. Warrior two, breath out. Releasing the arms, stepping one big step or a couple of little steps to get you to the top of the mat. Mountain pose. Take a round of breath here. Stand tall. And we'll flow through those shapes again together now. So right foot steps back, breath in, breath out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Reset mountain pose, stepping left foot back, breathing in warrior one, breathing out warrior two, breathing in sun warrior, and breathing out. Releasing your arms and stepping your foot to the top of the mat. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Our third key pose for autumn is tree pose. So as we look around us, we look to nature and we see the trees starting to turn all the glorious colours during autumn. So in our tree pose, let's begin by sending our roots down. Ground down through your right foot. Strong engagement in your right leg. And then either coming into your tree pose with the left toes touching the mat, or into the low leg, or taking the foot up high into the groin. And then spreading the branches of your tree. Keeping your core engaged, keeping your focus. Breathing here. And because this is really the quintessential autumn pose, tree pose, maybe see if you can stay in this pose for maybe a breath or two longer. Keeping your focus. Using your breath out as the letting go. So if you haven't done so already, bringing your hands to rest at your heart now and bring your foot to the earth. Allow yourself to reset. And when you're ready, taking tree pose on the other side, sending those roots down through the left foot, muscles engaging the left leg. The core is engaging, draw your navel to the spine and take your version of tree pose. There's no right or wrong. One version isn't necessarily better than the other. So whatever you need today, take that version of tree pose and stay connected to your breath. Keep your breath flowing. Do not be tempted to hold your breath. Maintain your focus in your key autumn balance. If you'd like to, you can bring your hands to rest at your heart and return that foot to the earth. Pedal out through the legs. We're making our way down to the mat now. And before we get into our next key pose for autumn, I'm going to transition through yoga squat malasana. So sending the feet a little wider than hip width with the toes turned out, ease your way down. Drawing the tailbone towards the earth and keeping your heart lifted. Remember to listen to your body during this practice. Remember, go at a pace that's right for you, easing off when you need to. You're going to be the best person to judge what you need in your practice and in each of our poses. So we're going to make our way down to seated on the mat. Take your legs out long. We're coming into a seated forward fold. And this is our next key autumn pose because we're turning the focus inward. We're coming to calm the nervous system as we fold in upon ourselves. We're going to find a stretch in the hamstrings and the back body. So start with your legs a little bit apart, your feet flexed, and a bend to the knees, a softening of the knees if you need, especially if you have tight hamstrings. So try to maintain a long spine, especially in the low back, and reach up with me as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, hinge at the hips, folding forward, keeping a length through the low back. Hands will rest somewhere on the legs, the ankles. They can rest down at the sides, or you may hook the peace fingers around the big toes. So find a lengthening in the back of the legs. This is a hamstring stretch, a lengthening in the spine. And then maybe as you breathe out, start to soften into this shape a little bit. So maybe the upper back and the middle back softens a little bit. And there's nothing particular to look at in this pose. So try closing down your eyes if that feels comfortable. Turning the focus inward. So that means really focusing on your breath, following each breath in, keeping it flowing slow and smooth, and each slow breath out. Stay alert to the sensations you're feeling in the body. Notice where you're feeling the sensations. Notice if you need more or if you need to ease off. Two more rounds of breath here. Maybe letting go, maybe surrendering to this pose with each breath out. And then just as we went into this pose, let's come out the same way. So reach on up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, float hands down to rest and relax the legs and relax your arms. Let your body settle here for a moment. Now bend your knees and bring yourself on down to your back. Take a moment to hug your knees into your chest. Allow your shoulders, your head and your neck to relax here. Once again, we're taking the focus inward. And we're coming to supine twist here. So engaging your core, ease your knees on over to one side. Doesn't matter which side you go. Allowing your arms to rest out in a T shape on the earth. And making any adjustments if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling any pinching or pulling in your low back, adjust the shape. And then see if you can let go here. Can you surrender to this pose? nourishing the spine and your digestive system in our supine twist. Breath flowing slow and smooth. And then gently easing your knees through center, engaging your core and easing the knees over to the other side. You might take a moment to reset through center or else come on down into your supine twist. Each breath out, letting go. Allowing your breath to flow. Breathe right down into the belly. And then engage your core to draw the knees back through center. There's an option here to sway your knees from side to side, releasing any tension in your low back. Bringing the feet down to rest onto your mat. Allowing yourself to settle here for a moment. And then when you're ready, extending your legs long, resting your arms down by your sides on the earth with your palms face up. So this is Shavasana, our final resting pose. And this is a key pose for autumn, a time to go inward, to rest, to recharge and rejuvenate. Each breath out, see if you can soften and relax the body just a little more, relaxing down into your mat, letting go of tension. Each breath out, letting go. Taking 3 more rounds of breath. And maybe even staying here a little longer if you have time. Keep observing the breath. Relaxed, yet aware. So you can either stay here in Shavasana if you have time, otherwise bringing movement back into your physical body, toes and fingers, moving your wrists, moving the ankles, taking any stretches you need. And gently making your way to seated on your mat. Where you might close this session with me, bringing the hands to rest at the heart. Namaste.